joining us tonight. We begin with new developments on the Salvadoran man living in Maryland who was mistakenly deported. Good evening, I'm Carl Willis in for Scott Thuman. Kilmar Abrego Garcia faced a judge in Tennessee just hours ago. He's been brought back to the U.S. to face federal criminal charges. 7 News' Tom Rousey starts off our coverage with new reaction from President Trump. And Tom is also breaking down what Abrego Garcia is accused of.
Abrego Garcia has landed in the United States.
Attorney General Pam Bondi revealed details from an indictment made by a Tennessee grand jury on May 21st.
These facts demonstrate Abrego Garcia is a danger to our community.
The government's allegations include that he was a member of MS-13, at times trafficked guns and drugs from Texas to Maryland, and smuggled thousands of undocumented aliens within the U.S.
They found this was his full-time job, not a contractor. He was a smuggler of humans and children and women.
Bondi alleges Abrego Garcia also smuggled violent gang members while being part of a smuggling ring for 9 years.
I'm from Maryland.
Troopers in Tennessee suspected he was a trafficker in this 2022 traffic stop, but Abrego Garcia was not charged. The president commented Friday evening on Air Force One about all this.
This was not the man from Maryland, this wonderful father from Maryland. This is a pretty bad guy.
We learned about this on ABC News, just like the rest of you.
Abrego Garcia's lawyer criticized the Trump administration in a Zoom press conference.
They'll stop at nothing at all, even some of the most preposterous charges imaginable, just to avoid admitting that they made a mistake.
At Abrego Garcia's address in Beltsville Friday evening, a woman who identified herself as his mother told me through the door in Spanish that the accusations against him were all lies.
By bringing it back, you show how bad he is. He's a bad guy.
The Trump administration says if Abrego Garcia is convicted on federal smuggling-related charges, he will serve his sentence in the U.S. and then be deported again.
First of all, he's not going to be convicted of these crimes.
But his lawyer says regardless, Abrego Garcia is still under a judge's order not to be deported.
So it is far from a foregone conclusion that even if he's convicted on these charges, that necessarily means that he's sent back to El Salvador.
This is the IKEA where Kilmar Abrego Garcia was pulled over in March, and that led to all of this. Now, the Trump administration had insisted he was never coming back from El Salvador, so they were asked what changed. Well, the deputy U.S. Attorney General said once he got a warrant on him for these new charges out of Tennessee, the president of El Salvador agreed to send him back. Reporting in Beltsville in Prince George's County, I'm Tom Rousey, 7 News.
All right, Tom, thank you. Now, officials in the Trump administration are also reacting to this news. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem posted this, writing, "Today, the United States of America confronts Kilmar Abrego Garcia with overwhelming evidence. Justice awaits this Salvadoran man." White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt also chimed in, posting in part, "Abrego Garcia will now return to the United States to answer for his crimes and meet the full force of American justice. The Trump administration will continue to hold criminals accountable to the fullest extent of the law." I'll stay with 7 News as we continue to follow every new development in the Abrego Garcia case, including the reaction from local lawmakers. You can find our complete coverage on WJLA.com and on the 7 News YouTube channel.